Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen video. In this video, I'm going to show you the MISC Prospector, and this is going to be running on a Shadow PC client with 2160p resolution on Star Citizen 3.6.0 in the persistent universe. As of as I recorded this, but as I'm publishing, a couple of days after Star Citizen is 3.6.0 is actually released to the public universe. So let's go find my Prospector. Now, I had wanted to kind of wait until 3.6.1 to record a video and give you a basic status update. It's been a year since I believe since I've published a 4K video on the Shadow PC, and I received a request to go ahead and update that. Um, I published a couple of 3.4 and 3.5 videos, but I really 3 out of 5 was really broken for me in many ways, and there wasn't much compelling content. I know I liked Lorville, and the addition of Area 18 in the 3.6 PTU was tremendous, but there wasn't a heck of a lot of compelling content for me as a content producer, um, to to give you more more insight into the game. Now, that we have 360, which is available, as I said, to the any subscriber, anyone that has a game package. Um, but a caveat here with 3.6.0, oh, that door is a little funky, is that it's really buggy. I mean, I know it's alpha, but this alpha is pretty buggy. The uh, wow, where do I start? Um, so one of the things that bothers me is the new hover mode. The whole new flight model is brand new, and I'm certainly okay with change. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't like change. So we're gonna head out to Daymar here, nice and close. Do a little mining. Ooh, if we can lift off here. Oh God, this is one of the problems with the new flight model. You don't so much as take off as hover off the landing pad. Um, if you need tips and tricks on that, let me know. But you kind of have to feel it as you're doing it to get off there without hitting one of the struts, and B, of course, not hitting any of the other buildings around the area. So not much else has changed here. I'm uh, also publishing the frames and CPU and memory usage and all that down on the lower right, so you'll be able to watch as I go through here the frame rate change. And I'm generally getting frame rates between like 17 and 43, with an average around let's say high 30s. Um, and that's respectable. It's not obviously recommended, but it's not minimum. Um, and I think the gameplay, even at this frame rate, which I believe will be improved upon as we go through further development of this game. Um, so I'd say this is a good basis for a later comparison. Okay, as we twirl our way down to the planet, one of the things you'll notice about this new version of Star Citizen is that it is easier to get down to planets, easier to get through um, without having to get through a ton of atmosphere. Um, the waypoints are much cleaner, and um, I think that's a good quality of life improvement. Okay, as we get down here, you're going to see. I'm going to try to stay, above 1,000 feet, 1,500 or so, because I want to be able to not get into hover mode. That's gonna slow us down. Basically, as you wander around the planet here, pinging around, you're using your sensors to find potential ore. You want to go as fast as possible, right? You cover a large area. And just continue pinging basically as often as you can until you spot something. So right there on our lower, well, right now, looks like it's underneath me. Oh, okay. There's some stuff right up there. Okay, right in that crater. Okay, right there. So just keep pinging until you actually get the block of data info there. And now we're going to approach that rock. Looks like it's in that crater. Now, at this point, you could narrow your beam, your sensor beam. Do that by using your mouse wheel in sensor mode here, and that will narrow the focus of your beam. I'm not going to do that because I already have the rock I'm interested in. So I'm just going to see if I can line up a good laser shot to that rock. Now, because we're definitely in hover mode now, you can see my struts down. Because of hover mode, mining with the Prospector has become extra dangerous. And the reason is that if you just, land on top, or not land, but if you hover near the rock and then point down to get to the to break up the rock, then your ship is going to move forward and you're going to crash into the rock. So with the new flight model, your best bet is to kind of line up as best you can how far you think the laser can reach with a good intensity, um, and land it. Of course, get your landing gear down. Here. There we go. Okay, now we can start fracturing. And just increase the beam intensity so that you get up into the green area, and keep it in the green area long enough, and you'll fracture the rock. Stay out of the red, stay out of the white. Boy, it's going to take full power beam. Now, I could probably move up a little bit. When you move closer to rocks with this fracture beam, it increases the energy density. So you'll break rocks up faster, but you'll lose kind of a finer control if you're too close. And as I found out earlier, if the rock breaks up and you're too close, your ship could blow up with the rock. So I tend to want to avoid that. Okay, we're in the green. I'm going to dial down the intensity. Try to keep it in the green. This is a pretty nice little rock. Gold, aluminum. Okay. Now that it's broken up, we can hopefully find some pieces here to extract. And it doesn't. Let me look around a little bit. I'm gonna have to lift off, unfortunately. You can't land and extract all over the place. The arm only articulates, a few degrees here and there. Now, I chose to come down into this crater. Yeah, those are all yellow. What I'm looking for is that purple outline that will indicate that it's ready for extraction. So I came down into this crater because um, this particular rock was in the crater, and I kind of wanted to match up my level, the level of the prospector, with the um, height level of the rock because of hover mode. Notice how I'm trying not to lean forward as much as I can with the ship, because now I'm up in hover mode. If I lean forward, then I'm going to move forward and crash right into that rock. I guess that's one way to break it up, but I wanna be a little safer. So I'm actually gonna step away here a little bit because I don't want to get my ship hit with debris. That's a pretty good intensity there. This is probably a better intensity than what I had earlier. This one's a little easier to control. Again, you have to kind of get a good mix of, um, beam energy plus distance to make sure that you're close enough to break it up, but not too close where you're going to get hit. Not too far away that it has no effect. And I think that's the problem I'm having now, so I'm going to ever so lightly, centimeter by centimeter, move forward. I don't seem to be collecting anything yet. Move a little bit more forward. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we're extracting. Okay, so I'm just going to show you, extracting just this one piece. Okay, and that's it. Now you've seen mining in 360 for the most part, at least mining from a land-based perspective. All right, let's head back up out of atmosphere. So there really is a lot to like about the new flight mode. I, I realized that we needed some kind of hover mode, right? Because there are a lot of hovercraft, ships with hover mode as a feature, and it just didn't seem like, um, very realistic to just stand there on top of a rock with your ship pointing down at it. But hopefully there's a good middle ground between that and, not being able to hover, I'm sorry, then crashing into the rock because you were in hover mode and trying to lean forward to get the rock. Hopefully they'll address that in a future patch. Or maybe not. Maybe they're just going to leave it like that and say, tough it out, miners. Do it in space. I don't know. I do not know what they're going to do. We should be out of atmosphere. Now, notice I've set my cruise pretty high there. That's in a danger zone. I'm definitely going to run the risk of overheating my engines, but I just wanted to kind of get out of atmosphere fast. Hit C to go to cruise mode in the new flight mode. So I'm bringing my cruise mode down. There it is. Okay, I figured they were going to start overheating. So I can bring that down to normal now. In the red is where you're definitely going to face trouble. You stay in the white, you're in the clear. Go into the red, you're going to face trouble. That means there'll be more wear and tear on your parts. You'll have to do more repairs, and your parts won't perform as good because they'll degrade over time. They'll degrade faster if you constantly operate them in the red. So we have a couple of jumps to get back. We're just going to this intermediate waypoint, and then we'll jump back to Port Olisar. Um, so there's a lot of things to like about the new flight model, and I do like um, hover mode. I guess from the perspective of hovering it with a dropship, for example, just letting troops rappel down. Um, that seems more realistic to me. Right, on to Port Olisar. But let me know in the comments below, or let Cloud Imperium Games know what you feel based on what you've seen. Feel free to try it out for yourself. So this has been running pretty smoothly on my Shadow account. Frame rates are pretty good. You know, a little bit better than minimum. Not quite as good as recommended, but pretty good. If I check the telemetry on this now and again, and it seems to be consistent, right in between recommended and minimum. All right, we're gonna fly in here and hopefully find an open. Let's see. I am coming in too fast. Luckily, I'm way above the struts. Oh, yeah, yep, well, this is embarrassing. Okay. So I'm not an expert in the new flight model. I swear I turned my throttle down. I even hit the space brake. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I will figure this out and I will get better in time, I'm sure. Just like all the other flight models, I'm going to learn it. I'll eventually get it, and then I won't make so many mistakes. Luckily, this wasn't a mistake that destroyed my ship. And it's still alpha, so get a new ship if you want. Whoa. Thank that guy for missing me. And yeah, the other thing I noticed about the new flight model is you're either going too fast or too slow trying to get in here. I really wish there was just like they had in the old flight model, not the old one, but the 3.3 through 3.5 flight model, where you had basically cruise mode and takeoff mode. You can slow down your speed. Okay, there we go. Even though I'm on a nice big flat surface, I still like to autopilot in. Okay, here we go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. New players of Star Citizen are probably going to have a great time with this, while some of us older players are going to have to relearn or learn some new tricks. And there it is. Nice and quick. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comments below if there's anything you'd like to see Any game content, any ships, any vehicles, whatever it is, you let me know and I will show it for you. Okay? Thank you all, and I hope you all fly safe. Bye.